people here. All right. Let's see. Not sure if. All right. You can wait for me. 1 second. Okay, yeah, we're live. So let me just share it so people know we're here, and that way
Okay.
we can start. Awesome.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Just sharing it into the groups. I believe I made this public, but I'm not sure. Let me just check. Well, sure, boya. Settings now are in public.
Okay.
Okay, I think I see people there. So I believe we are on. I believe it's on public. So I just want to check something. Then we could take it from there.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'm just going to start and forget about the setting for now, and we can take it from there. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to Sharing Life Issues with Her Excellency Haji Ami. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope everybody is doing well today. So I do have a victim online that will be telling us about her story. So if you're here, click on like, share, invite others to be here. I see that some of you are already commenting. Welcome to the show. Jazakallahu khair for coming in. So I would let the victim tell us our story, and the questions she has will be said after the story is being told. Thank you so much, and you may now listen to the victim. Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mo kí ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi nínú ìsìná. Kí ọkùnrin, mo kí obìnrin, mo kí ọmọdé, mo kí àgbàlagbà. Ìkẹ́ Ọlọ́run àti ọlá Ọlọ́run àti orí ajẹ́njẹ́ tayọ̀ fún ọba gbogbo wa gbé.
Allahumma amin.
I come here to come and share my story. Mo dẹ̀ pé kẹ́tún gbà mí níyànjú lórí ẹ̀. And I want a single mother and a single lady to hear me better. I know tí mo bá sọ story mi, at least you may have one or two things to learn out of the story.
I would like to come in a little bit.
My story goes like this. Ma?
I would like to come in a little bit. Let's try and say it in English because we do have other viewers that are not Yoruba.
Okay.
Thank you for your understanding. Jazakallahu khaira.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I mean.
Whatever is your comfort zone is what I want you to go with. And if we, whatever you're saying, if you do break down, let it go. We can end the show, okay? Anything that has to do with destabilizing you, I don't want. So when you cannot take it anymore, let me know, okay? Jazakallahu khair.
So I met my story goes like this. I met my husband in the school in 2005 when he approached me. And firstly, I didn't decide to agree with him. But some of my friends, they came to me, they talked to me that at least I should give him a chance. So when I gave him a chance, we are on the road. We are on the road at least. So I studied him a little my knowledge. But on the long run, I discovered that he's a womanizer. So I told him that I don't think I can go with this relationship again. I have to cut it off. So after a month, we have decided that we are not on that relationship again. I discovered that I got pregnant for him. So when I called him, I told him that I have got pregnant, and he said there's no problem about that. I should keep the pregnancy, but I should please don't tell his parents yet, because that time he wanted to go to service. And he said he wants to collect some money from his parents, that I should be patient for him to not notify his parents about my pregnancy. But I agree with him. So after 3 days, he didn't call me, he didn't text me message. I have to call him. Mr. Man, I told you that I have pregnant, but up to now he didn't say anything. So when I called him, he said, please, I should go and terminate the pregnancy. So I was shocked that the person that told me that I should keep the pregnancy have changed his mind again, that I should go and terminate it. So that day I was sober, I was crying bitterly. When I reached home, I told my mom that this is what this person said, this my fiancé said. And my mommy said it's a lie, that I should allow her to call him by himself. So when my mommy called him, he didn't respond to her call. My brother also called him, he didn't respond. So in the next day, daybreak, I didn't sleep. I was crying. I was crying bitterly. So in the next day, around 6:30, we went to his house. So when we got to his house, we met him with one lady sleeping. So he told my mommy that what my mommy is doing in his house. That if my mommy is not get out from his house, he will push her out. And he did. He pushed my mommy out. He told my mom that he has told me that has gone and terminated the pregnancy, that he doesn't have interest again, since he has got another girlfriend. So we went home. But to cut my story short, for 10 months, I'm not happy for once. I will be crying. So, and then I'm doing petty business, that taking care of myself and the pregnancy. So when my pregnancy reached 3 months, I went to the hospital to do a scan. They told me that the pregnancy is twins. I was crying again. Hey God, I even blame God. Why are you giving me twins again? With this situation I'm in now, I don't need twins. At least one, if I get one, I will manage myself with the one baby. But nobody knows the best. So when I born, one of my friends told him that I've put the bed. So he has to come down to the hospital. So when he came, my mommy put.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I think something happened. Let me just reconnect it to the speaker. Hello? Okay. Yeah, 1 second. 1 second. can continue.
Okay. So when he came to the hospital, mommy pushed into the way he pushed my mother there. So everybody was begging my mom that he should please forgive him. That is his childish play. That he should forgive him. That if he pushed him away, now who will be the father of my children? So my mommy just considered that talk, that advice. So and when I carry the pregnancy, I don't see one of his parents to come down to because we are living in Ilorin. But nobody come. His parents is living in Lagos. Nobody come, but the man called me to check on me. So after the ceremony, naming ceremony, I went back to my mother's place because then we never do Nikai, but we just do the introduction. But I have to go back to my place. Oh, so since then, since when we finished naming ceremony, I didn't see him to come to my house to come and check the baby, but I'm the one even taking care of my baby. So after like a month, we discovered that one of the baby, which is Kenny, has eye problem. So I took the boy to the hospital. The doctor detected that the Kenny have congenital glaucoma. That I should go and find the money to do the operation. So on the getting there, he has catarrh also. That this running nose. So the doctor said I should go and take care of the catarrh first before they would do the operation. So I was spending money on that catarrh too. I didn't see their father to show off at all. So after 1 year and 1 month, the doctor said, okay, since the catarrh is not stopped, maybe they should try. They should try to do the operation for him. So on the operation, he waked up and they stopped the operation. They said they can't continue the operation because he may die with that operation since he have waked up. So since then, I was battled with Kenny High, even up till now. And disturbing his education. Why Taye is just 2, why Kenny is primary 4. Even with that primary 4 is even taking him the nursery class book because he can't write and he can't see the chalkboard. So last upper week, I called their father. I said, I just want to talk to you as a brother and sister. Why are you abandon your children? You don't know who is who in the next tomorrow. Now, if you abandon these children now, you don't know who will be taking care of you tomorrow. So when I called his parents, the parents told me that I should face my children. They don't have anything to help me. So it's better I should leave in. And before then, I filed the divorce. I took him to the court that I want to divorce him. It's because he normally beats me, he came to me now. He normally beats me.
Hold on. Actually, we are signed out. I didn't know what happened. One second. Okay.
And the speaker is too much.
The speaker is too much. Okay, let me reduce it for you.
Yes.
And if you feel more comfortable with Yoruba, start with Yoruba. I will translate it later. Okay, then go with Yoruba. So for Yoruba, I'm about to take me continue. Offense so for you. Nǹkan tó bá wà comfortable pẹ̀lú ni mo fẹ́ kó wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. So mo mọ̀ pé Yorùbá tèmi jáde ni bọ̀ wọ́n wá sọ títí ẹ màá lè translate ẹ̀ fún ọ kó báyà. So she might be, she's more comfortable saying what happened with the Nigerian language, which is Yoruba. So I'll let her talk with the language. So that way she can let you guys really know what happened. and then I could translate after on. Go ahead.
Okay.
Is the speaker okay
So
now?
Okay.
Okay.
So nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí n gbé lọ sí court ni pé mo ti ní àfaradà púpọ̀ because mo dá oyún tọ́ for good 10 months kò help kò ṣe anything and ìgbà tó yá tí mi ò rí iṣẹ́ tí mo rí pé at least má ṣáà take care of my ọmọ mi mo lọ fún iṣẹ́ kan wọ́n fi iṣẹ́ kan ní Ministry of Education Ministry of Health so wọ́n kí n máa fọ ìlú máa máa fọ toilet so they are paying me 10,000 naira per month so tí mo bá lọ màá ná 200 naira per day so the remaining one tí mo máa fi take care of my children I will take them to school òun náà máa fi fún wọn lóúnjẹ still I didn't see their father to show so after I got a federal job ó ní kí n forí jò òun máa change pé ká ṣe wedding so àwọn parents ẹ̀ náà wọ́n wá bá parents mi pé kán bẹ̀ mí pé ọmọ àwọn máa change kí n jẹ́ káwọn ṣe wedding on getting mind ó fẹ́ ṣe wedding yẹn because of politics so that kó bá lè gba owó lọ́wọ́ àwọn politician so mo dẹ̀ sọ fún ní no way I can't do such of a wedding but later àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ wa bá mi dey beg me pé no kò mọ̀ bó ṣe yẹ kó sọ ní nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ so one of my ọ̀gá níbi iṣẹ́ mo bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n advice me pé okay there is no problem gba kéèyàn máa bímọ kiri kí n jẹ́ káwọn kó jẹ́ bàbá àwọn ọmọ mi ìpè tó bá jẹ́ bàbá àwọn ọmọ mi at least ó máa jẹ́ pé ọkùnrin kan ni mo bímọ fún so máa náà sọ pé ọ̀gá mi yẹn sọ pé àwọn máa take care of anything tí mo bá ní kí n máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn so I consider his advice but Ọlọ́run ló mọ ẹ̀mí olóòní ẹ̀mí gbogbo wa kò pẹ́ tí ọ̀gá náà fi kú so àyè yẹn yọ́lẹ̀ fún mi gan tó bá dẹ̀ tún wá sí ọ̀dọ̀ mi ó máa nà mí because tí n bá ní ó máa ń ká ọmọ mi lọ ilé ọtí mo dẹ̀ ní kó má kó wọn lọ sí díẹ̀ palọ̀ ó dẹ̀ ń jóye mi pé àjọ bímọ ni mi lè máa là lóun lọ́wọ́ pé kó mo má ká ọmọ lọ sí ilé ọtí so from there he will be beating me in front of my children so that is why I go to the court I file for divorce so on getting the court ó sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ kí adájọ́ tú wa ká so adájọ́ wa sọ pé okay fine tó bá sì nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀ lọ bẹ̀ àwọn family àti family ẹ̀ kájọ ríra wọn kájọ settlement so ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó ó lọ sílé wa ó lọ bú mọ́mì wa dáadáa ó ṣe ìgbìmọ̀ ó ní mọ́mì mi ló sọ pé kóun wá divorce ọ̀kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn so ó gbà tó ṣàyà bá lọ sí fún ó ní òkè owó ṣe fẹ́ni mọ́ ọkọ̀ kálukú máa lọ. That is why I pray from him. And since then, he don't even do anything. Before, he don't do anything. Up till now, kò béèrè báwọn ọmọ ṣe ń jẹ, kò mọ̀ bọ́ ṣe ń mu mọ̀, bọ́ ṣe ń wọṣọ, kò mọ̀ bọ́ ṣe ń lọ sí school. You don't know whereabouts of his children. So up till now, mo ṣe ń bá tù lórí pé èmi nìkan ni mò ń dá ṣe fáwọn ọmọ mi. And he's looking good for himself. But he's not ready to even do anything for his children. And Yorùbá sọ pé ẹni téèyàn bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ léèyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọmọ. So mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ là nínú ìyẹ̀fẹ́ ìjọ nítorí ọlọ́ kí ni mo lè ṣe because ojú péjì everyday ni mo máa ń náwó even next week now I'm still going for appointments tán fún wa mo tún bẹ̀ lọ ṣe check up again. So ó ti sú mi mo ti ní okay let me just share my story bóyá máa ní advice kan sí méjì tẹ̀ máa fún mi because àwọn èèyàn ní kí n má gbé lọ sí social welfare because of the children. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ kí ìwọ̀nba ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ yìí mi ò lè fọ́ tán because ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pọ̀ gan. Mo kàn sọ àwọn ìwọ̀n kọ̀ọ̀kan tí mo lè sọ fẹ́ pé èèyàn lè kọ́gbọ́n nínú ẹ̀. Up till now I don't have any man fẹ́ pé ẹgbẹ́ àwọn fún mi èmi náà mò ń ṣe because I'm independent mi ò lè dúró pé ọkùnrin kan fún mi kí n tó lè tọ́ àwọn ọmọ mi kí n tó lè jẹun kí n tó lè ṣètò fáwọn ọmọ mi So for this, I just want to advise a single mother out there. I know it is not easy. Mo dẹ̀ bí Ọlọ́run kọ́ lọ́mọ gbogbo aláṣìírí láti máa tọ́jú ẹ̀mọ́ wa. Because tabaníkà wò ó easy kí ọwọ́ kan máa dá tọ́mọ. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mi ò fẹ́ kí ká wà ní ká wà useless ká mọ̀ lè mọ̀ nǹkan tá à ń ṣe because ẹni tó jẹ́ single mother tó ń gbọ́kùnrin oríṣiríṣi wá nílé lójú àwọn ọmọ yìí ò ní fẹ́ fún ọ ní respect. Then ẹni tó jẹ́ single mother tó rò wípé bí wọ́n ti bá wà ń ta nígbà tọkọ mi ò ṣe fún mi tí bá fi kalẹ̀ tí bá wà ń ta ọkùnrin ní àfún mi. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ kí tiwa rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá nǹkan kan ṣe kí àwọn àfíì táwọn ọmọ náà máa rẹ́kọ̀ọ́ látara wa. And as a single lady, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run tẹ́ bá fẹ́ márì ẹ̀ lajú sílẹ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ kí tẹ́ bò yín lójú. Tí tẹ́ bá fi bò yín lójú ẹ̀ ní mọ̀ọ́kán tó ń ṣe mọ́, á jẹ́ pé ẹ mú wrong person as the husband. Because nǹkan tó ń bá mi tí mo bá tù nílé ìfẹ́ náà kò dẹ̀ easy. Kẹ́ríkọ́nà tó fún yàn lọ́kọ ọkọ gidi, èèyàn gbàdúrà dáadáa kó tó wá síwájú èèyàn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, nǹkan tẹ́ bá ti mọ̀ pé ẹ lè change ní touching. Tẹ́ bá ti wọlé ẹ lè rí change láíláí. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká ṣìyàn, Ọlọ́run ní fìyàn fún yín o. Àwọn tá a dẹ̀ wá ń bẹ̀ náà Ọlọ́run á ṣàánú gbogbo wa, Ọlọ́run ní sí gbogbo wa o. Sórí mi ò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ.
So, welcome again and thank you for being us. So basically, she is a Nigerian woman, a Yoruba to be precise. That's why I wanted her to be more comfortable. That's why I told her to speak in whatever language she feels comfortable with. So she was speaking Yoruba. So basically, she got married to this guy, and from the beginning of the marriage, it was just like a scam, and she was not aware of it. You know, sometimes people are like, why? Well, there was all red flags over there. Why didn't you leave? But when she was with this guy, well, according to her, the victim, he manipulated her into getting married to her because he wanted to run for some political things also along the line. So he was telling her, oh, let's get married. But if you do get married to me, I do want you to stay with my mom. I remember her telling me that. I believe you said that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he was like,
yes, ma'am.
You're going to get married, but you would stay with your parents. And she was like, why would I get married to you and we're hiding for me to stay with my mother? It does not make any sense to me. So she ended up getting pregnant, to cut the long story short. And he told her to go terminate the pregnancy. And she was like, I cannot terminate no pregnancy. I'm a Muslim woman. You cannot tell me to just go terminate the pregnancy. And he was like, I'm not interested in having no kids right now. And she was like, but this is not the plan. He's like, well, this is what I'm saying, and this is what you have to go by right now because I don't want any kids. So she told her mother, she told her parents, and they were like, what? You're not going to do this. They called his attention, and he cussed the parents out, the mother out. He said all sort of things to the mother. That's the victim's mother. And he was just so mean in a way that a man should not treat a woman. And she stated that she had to keep crying, and she kept that pregnancy. Along the line, she went to the doctor, and when they told her that she was going to have twins, EJIRE, embryo, that's what we call them in the other Nigerian languages, ejima in Igbo, she was like, it should be something of joy that people were happy about, but I was crying. I was in tears because I didn't know how I was going to care for them because I was married, but I was like a single parent. So what am I supposed to do with twins? So people are out there looking for kids, but I'm crying here looking for how I was even wishing not to have those kids because their father obviously does not want the children. So the mother told her, just keep pushing, that everything would be fine. But ever since she's been pregnant with those kids, she's been the only caretaker. of those kids. She stated in while she was talking that throughout when she was with this guy, he was beating her up. And this is the African thing that happens where they'll tell you, oh, you have to, keep your home. So she told some family members, they told her, you're a woman. A woman is supposed to keep your home. You're not supposed to divorce. Sort of like, well, with the interview I had with her, she was telling me that they told her if you do leave him, they will start counting men on you. So it's like they'll be counting that you've married this one, you've married that one, you're a woman. Whatever he's doing, you need to still stay with him and bear that name, his name. Because once you leave him, people will talk bad about you. So she had to keep taking the abuse. He kept punching her, he kept beating her up. She had to keep taking the beating. She was like, I was pregnant and this guy was even hitting me at some point. However, it got to a point where I couldn't take it anymore. So I went to ask for divorce. She asked for divorce. He refused to give her a divorce because he was like, she should not be filing for no divorce. He's not done with her yet. So she was like, you're not taking care of me. You're barely with me. Why should I even be around you? And there was a day she stated that he took the kids to a beer parlor and she told him, why would you take our kids to the beer parlor? And he's like, well, I'm the man, I'm your husband. I can do whatever I want to do. So basically, to cut the long story short, she stated her child has glaucoma. Right? Did I say it right?
Yes, congenital glaucoma, yes.
Okay. So he needs to be treated every time. Is it every week or every month?
Yeah, every week.
Every week.
So we put the eye drop every day.
Okay.
The drop we are using is 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So this child needs treatment for glaucoma, for his eyes. We all know when you have glaucoma, it's like when you're going blind, a child. And the father who has had these kids for years, how old are they now?
13. They are going to 13 years.
They will be 13. So basically, they're 12 years old. They're 2 boys, 12 years old boys. Yes. And he does not care about them. She stated to me, I bought phones for my kids so they can communicate with the dad. Not because I had the money, but because my kids were crying that they see other kids at school communicate with their dad. But the dad is not even communicating with them. They call him and he does not pick up the phone. She stated the moment I left him, not up to 1 month, another woman moved in to his house. Another single mother moved into his house. They call it single mother, I call it independent mom. Moved into his house. So she was like, you're taking care of another person's child, but you're not ready to take care of your own children. And he was like, well, I don't care. I don't care. It's whatever you want to do. I don't care. After all, the other one is, listening. So later on, the guy's family told her, well, the lady he's with, the single mother or the independent mom that he has right now, is the one footing his bill also. So apparently he's just looking for women that will be footing their bills or his bill. And if you're not able to foot his bill, then he goes to the next victim. So she stated the other lady called her and was calling her names and things like that. And she was like, I don't have a business with you. You're not even married to him. I was married to him. And you're just being desperate. I have voice notes here from him. I have a lot of things we investigated, but I believe at this point, I do not want to play those voice notes because I think somebody left some message. Let me just look at what you left. Tawa said, go ahead to the human rights and let them continue from there. Don't mind him and his parents. So Tawa stated that you should not mind him and his parents, that you should go ahead and do that. Rachel says, yes, you're on. Okay, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Tawa said, assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. So she needs your suggestions about what she needs to do. These kids right now, I don't want to say the location where the kids are, but they're at a location in Nigeria or actually, I could say the location because I don't want to make mention of names. Um, the kids are in, well, let's not go to the state. The kids are in a state where the father is. The mother right now is not there, but the grandmother is taking care of the kids. However, she got those phones for the kids so they can communicate with dad. Dad has never made any effort to reach out to the children. They're 12 years old. Imagine having kids for a good solid 12 years. Where did we lose our African culture? I didn't grow up seeing things like that. My father was never this way. I don't remember seeing men to be this useless with this generation. What is going on with this generation? I'm a Muslim woman. The person I'm speaking to is a Muslim woman. Islamically, and I would quote from the Quran. People come here, I'm in America, people come here and forget the quotes. They tell you, oh, a woman is supposed to do this, a woman is supposed to do that. What did the hadith tell you? And what did Sunnah tell you to do to women? I want you to think deeply, because it's getting out of hand. Because I see men here treat women the same way. Nigerian men back home are doing it, African men. It's like everybody's just doing whatever they want to do. Listen, a family without no ruler would always go down. We believe and we always say the man is Abi at the head of the family. Adeori or whatever Yoruba will say in your coin. But Toba fe ko wa di ade si e lori to wa po nu nko ba onyo ti fe di ade na si e lori. Tell me, you want them to crown you as a king, but you're a useless king. How would that happen? Listen, and let me clarify this, because I know some people are here to pick what they want to pick, to, try to say things that I'm not saying. I am not that woman that advises women not to help their family or not to help their husband. I did not run my home that way. I don't even remember not paying bills in my own home. I'm saying it today because we're all talking about each other. Everybody has a story. However, because I'm doing it does not mean another woman should do it. We all our hands are not equal. And when men are saying that, oh, you are a woman, by Sunnah you should do this, by Sunnah. So tell me why you're not doing what Sunnah says by your own right. Because Islamically, I might not be fully versed with the Quran, but I have two brothers. I saw my father. Islamically, a man is supposed to provide 100%. It's only if that woman wants to use her salary or her money, or she agrees to give it to you. But are we seeing this in this generation? The moment they say, let me use your card, let me use your this, you say no, you become a bad woman. Why? Look at this now. These two innocent kids are brought into this union. From the beginning, she saw some red flag, but she did not know it was red flag. Believe me, sometimes you might be the smartest person and not know that that's a red flag. Because she was covered. There are some things that she did not say here because I think I destabilized her when I told her to speak in English when she started with Yoruba. Because she told me before she bought a car, and imagine buying a car. You have two kids with you, and he was in another state, and then he told her he would have to be the one driving the car. And she was like, but I'm here with kids, and I bought this car because I do want the kids to, be able to go wherever they need to go, so we don't have to take public transportation. And he's like, Amina Jimoh, I'm your head, and I have to tell you what to do. Where did we lose that culture? I don't understand. Where is that culture? Because you all need to tell me. We're losing it. We come here and, well, she's not here in America, but I see a lot of people practicing Islam. I'm talking about Islam because the person I'm talking about is a Muslim, and I'm a Muslim woman. I have Christian friends too, friends and families, so I can bring that in too. I've seen Christian men being useless too, so it's not just the Muslim men. But this is kind of frustrating right now because it's like you point out, okay, a woman is supposed to do this, a woman is supposed to do that. What are the men supposed to do? Because we need to reevaluate to know what is going on in the society. You are the head of the family. Nobody's taking that hat from you. I'm not a feminist. I always say that. And I always say if I decide to be a feminist, I can as well be. But I'm not. But a lot of people before they knew me, they thought I was. I support men, I support women. Whoever the hat fits, I will put it on for you. That's who I am. You know? If you're doing wrong, I'll tell you you're doing wrong. If you're doing right, I'll tell you you're doing right. However, we don't know what is going on. So right now, she's lost because she has some people who are enabling him, telling him that he's the husband. So you need to stay in an abusive marriage. But alhamdulillah, she said she ran off from that marriage years back. He refused to give her a divorce. She had to go file, and the judge granted that divorce because the judge was like, you're basically useless, so there's nothing we could do about it. Oluwa Tosin said, such a wicked man, please take it up. He should be taken to human rights. Good. So kindly give your suggestions because she is tired. Imagine, raising your kids. Some women can afford it. Some cannot. And I always say, if a man is not abusive to those children, because there are some men that you were in that DV means domestic violence. So apparently she was a victim of domestic violence anyways. So a guy who is even useless, I don't think a Muslim guy should even be drinking alcohol in the first place, but he's taking them to a beer parlor. And these are the people that would preach to you that you're not wearing hijab. The next minute they see you wearing skirts. So I don't understand where we have lost all our values, that we pick what and what we do not want to pick. Rachel says, Rachel Omawumi says, some men are just freeloaders. Imagine him taking care of another person's child, exactly, / children, under his roof, while his own children, biological children, were craving for his attention. Too bad. Exactly. Imagine these kids were crying. She was like, she has to do, is it pompon? Is it pompon that is? I don't even know what pompon is. I guess she was like, you go to like the bricklayers and put those things on your head just to feed her kids. Haba. Have we lost it? She was pregnant doing all this. Doing labor. You know what it takes to be pregnant and be a laborer? A laborer is like putting things on your head, like putting cement on your head to give it to the people that are building houses. And one bastard is somewhere sleeping around, fucking another woman and taking care of another woman's children. Where is this value going into? I, as a woman, would not take a man like that. If I'm with a man and he's irresponsible, he's not taking care of his own children and taking care of my children, I wouldn't want a man like that because he would do the same to me. That is the reason why I tell women, pay attention and ask questions. When you start asking those questions, if that woman he's with start asking him questions, he's going to be like a ghost. The next minute, he's going to ghost her. Because we women are not standing together to help each other now. I don't get it. If somebody is abandoning his own kids and then taking care of another man's children, olori bruku ni o male ni e. And ambazake na onyoshi. I don't get it. So, we're waiting for all your comments. We're seeing all your comments. I know a lot of you have recommended that she takes it up with the Human Rights Office in Nigeria. This is a child again. She has Taye, she has Kendi. EJIRE. EJIRE means twins. Imagine having 2 boys and raising them all by yourself. Haba, I have 2 kids. I know what it takes to raise children. It's expensive to raise kids. And imagine doing that for good, solid 12 years by yourself. Some women will look at it and be like, Oloribu, Mahashelo, I would, do it. Just like she said. She was like, I was ready to do it myself. But I cannot just keep doing it and see you flaunting around with another woman with money. So it's not like he does not have the money, but he does not want to see his children. She's like, I don't even care if he's not seeing them, but he's not taking care of his children. So which way forward? A lot of recommendations are taken to Human Rights Office. So you heard what they had to say about this. But one thing I want to say to Muslim men, especially, I'm talking to the Christian men too and every other religion. But because I'm a Muslim, I'm more vast in my religion, is why I'm saying this. I want my Muslim men to start revisiting what the Sunnah says. I know a lot of you know about marry 5 women. Do you ever know about the Sunnah that says that you are supposed to take care of that woman? That's amana. Do you know what amana means? You might think I do not know the Quran, but I am better than some of you. Some of you just read the Quran with your head. You are vast in the Quran, but you do not practice it. You go around preaching to people, but you are not practicing what you preach. Where in the holy book, where in the Quran does it state that a woman should be caring for her children by herself? Where? Point it out. I want to see it. Islamically, all I know is a man is supposed to provide for that woman and for his children. Like I said, did I practice that in my house? I did not practice that in my house, and I'll tell you that. I cannot be the motivational speakers that will come here and lie to you. No, I cannot say that. If I'm not practicing something, I would do. Me that I'm saying Islamically, I did not remember it was Islamically in my own case. However, it's not everybody that can afford it, like I'm saying. So, I'm begging you, even when people can afford things, know they are right. If you think you are cheating them, there will be a day. Itakullah. Itakullah means fear Allah, fear God. There will be a day where you and I will be questioned. How did you live your life? Some people might not be talking. They might be quiet. But when Eleda, they have their, I don't know what, Eleda, I believe it's the spirit in Yoruba. I think so. Rachel, help me out. She's always helping me with my Yoruba, with my Jaku Jaku Yoruba. Fatima, my love. Okay. May Allah make it easy. Allahumma ameen, my mommy. She's like, may Allah make it easy. It's just so annoying. Like you see a man reminding you about your hijab. They are reminding you about you cooking in the house. They are reminding you about cleaning. Did you even marry the women to be house girls? I don't get it. Because I remember the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was doing everything with his wives. They always say, marry 4 wives if you can love them equally, if you can care for them equally, if you can cater for them equally. Go back and read your Quran to comprehend. It's not just if you can sleep with them equally. That's not what the Quran says. So know that and be okay. Because a lot of you are just going around, sleeping around like dogs, saying that you have 4 women. That is not what Islam is preaching. We need to start reading the holy book to comprehend. In that book, it says, if you can love them equally, if you can care for them equally, you're not able to care. Look at this one now. So basically, she was the one feeding him. When she started talking that he needed to be responsible, then it became that he needed another woman. And obviously, before she would say Jack Robinson, 1 month, another woman is already in his house. So you guys should say whatever you need to say before I tell her to, give us the advice that she has, because she said she does have advice for single mothers, like you call it. I call it independent moms, because I always say that nonsense single mom that people go around begging with, like beggars on the street, they need to call it out and start being themselves. The fact that you're a single mother does not mean that you should stigmatize yourself like some kind of trash. I'm sorry to say I have to use that word, because some of you have started using that to do barakaki. I have seen single mothers that are more successful than even people that are married. I've seen single mothers that have been that are happier. Am I here practicing for you guys to be single mothers? No. Am I here practicing for you guys to be independent mothers? No. Women are jewels. They're supposed to pamper them. But we don't have, we have some men, but we don't have a lot of men that know what the rights of women are anymore. All they want to do now is hit and run. Or if you can take my abuse, then you are my wife. If you cannot take my abuse, I'm out of here. Is that what we want our kids to emulate? Is that what you want your male child to do to other people? I'm talking to all the mothers watching me today because you're complaining about your men. What about the ones you are raising? And it's not just for mothers, because a lot of times they'll say, "Nkatoba dati babani, nkatikoba dati yani." Whatever is not good is for the mother, and whatever is good is for the father. That's Yoruba saying. No, I do not believe in that. Oju meji lo wa ntomo. Meaning it's those two eyes that need to raise a child. That's my own belief. Now, if there is domestic violence, run. And be the only person, be it a man or a woman, run for your life. Domestic violence has no gender. I've seen women that are the crazy ones that are causing the problem in the house. I've seen men that are the crazy ones. And believe me, when I say domestic violence is not just hitting, it's not just physical. Because there are some women that say, "Oh, he does not hit me, he just calls me a slut. Or he just calls me O'Malley. He just called me idiot." That is emotional abuse right there. Is that what you want your kids to grow up with? Let's start evaluating ourselves around people we're with. I'm not here to advocate for divorce, but what's the point of being with someone who treats you like a doormat? Tell me. Are you a doormat? I want you to ask yourself that question tonight. Am I a doormat? I'm not a doormat. I'm not going to make any man. I am a very gentle woman. But I have that boundary that if something is wrong, I have to question you. If you're uncomfortable, that's your business, but I'm not going to take off my cap, off my boundaries for you to feel better. No, women need to start having boundaries. See, she noticed that he was doing Shina. Shina is fornicating around. If you guys have any suggestions, you can keep sending them in. I'll talk about it later. She noticed that he was having other women with, taking other affairs. She questioned him. He denied some, she told me. And some, she was like, "Hey, I saw this, I saw that." But once you start a relationship, I want us to start making it clear. Be it Muslim, be it Christian. In whatever relationship I had in my life, I knew I was a Muslim, but I knew what I could tolerate and what I could not tolerate. I said it. Now, sometimes you say whatever you cannot tolerate, and your perpetrators would deny and tell you, "Oh, I'll do everything you want," just to get you. That was what happened to her, I guess. "I'll do everything you want," and at the end of the day, they will change because now they believe, "You're married to me, you wouldn't want to divorce me," and people will look at you like Madam Single. Oh no, do not let anybody make you feel less of yourself. If you had told me you'll be with just me, then you better stick to that. If you have told me, "No, I cannot be with just you, I have to have other women," then let's stick to that. Everybody I talk to, when they come to me, I tell them, we all do not have the same manual. Relationship does not have a manual that you will say, "Okay, this is how it works." Some people will say, "Oh, I saw a comment the other day on Facebook. Somebody said, 'Oh, look at this one.' I think it was some Blessing CEO or whatever. She couldn't keep her marriage, but she's advising. You don't keep marriage. No, she better keep marriage now. Some of you are keeping the marriage with crime. So what's the difference with the person that left the marriage? That, God has sanity. I'm not here to, I don't know about her. I just use that as an example because I saw that. Because I've spoken to a lot of women and I've realized that some are really miserable, but are dancing around in parties, gossiping about people that decided to leave because they don't want to be doormats. But they stayed because they want to say, "I'm Mrs. This." Kindly keep that to yourself and don't let other people feel bad about themselves for speaking up for themselves. I've seen women, look at it now. She stated in her conversation that his mother told her that she should remain in that marriage. And after all, it's like you go feed the kids. Imagine a mother, Abiyamo koni yen, oloribu iya ni. And that's a useless mother to look at another woman and tell her, "Well, you go train the kids." He said he does not have anything to give you. He does not have anything to give you. After all, you're not together. When did we get to this? Where is our value? Where is our culture? We're losing it. Because it's like now you just see every time it's getting married, people are getting married. I wonder what the people that are doing the nikah for them are advising them during the nikah. Well, sometimes they might advise them, I know, and they might do something wrong. But I want you to know this. Do not blame yourself when you're already in that marriage and something pops up. Sometimes people hide themselves and you'd never know. We read a story, and I believe there are some people online now that can attest to this. We read a story. I'm sorry I'm bringing this in, my dear, but I have to put it in also. So you can see that some men are crazy. We read a story. If you guys read the story, you can comment under this post when I talk. We read a story. This girl said she's married. She's been married for like a month. She sent hide my identity. It's hide my identity. No kunta nisin. Hide my identity. I have been married to this guy for 1 month and he has not had sex with me. And he told me immediately after sex, she said we've been sleeping together before marriage, so it was not something new. And then immediately after sex, he bought banana and cucumber. I think that was what she said, right? Banana and cucumber. I believe you saw the text, the message too. She was like, banana and cucumber. Like it was a lot. She was happy that, my husband went to buy fruit. And the next minute he was like, get ready. And she was like, okay. She was thinking they would start eating the banana and cucumber. And the next minute he's saying that they have to use it on each other. So, I'm checking to see if there are comments. He was like, each other as in how? Am I putting the banana on you or what? No, he's putting the banana on her and the cucumber inside her stuff. I cannot start searching for that message right now. But I was like, whoa, I saw people laughing about it. You know, some of our Nigerians are crazy sometimes. Sometimes you put some things, they'll be asking you, is this fiction? Is this right up? People are foolish. That's why people are dying. You people need to start waking up and stop blaming victims. And if I see anybody blame any victim on my page, I'll block you. I have zero tolerance for that. I don't need followers like that. I don't buy followers. If you are with me, be here for being here for what you're learning. I'm not getting paid for what I'm doing. So if you are here to add to the group, to help other people, because she is telling her story now, she's helping somebody, believe it or not. That's bravery. If you think that somebody to come up and tell their story, that's not brave. Even if she was not comfortable to show her face, but I still tell you she's a queen. Not everyone can open their mouth and tell their story. So if you like, sit down there and judge her for all you care. Because some of you don't have solutions. All you have is to blame people. But once I get you on that page blaming anybody, I'll block you. I don't block people, but that's what I'll start doing. Because this is why the society is turning into, like, we are having a lot of enablers. Because the people that are supposed to be helped are not helped, they're silenced. And the perpetrators are out there laughing. Believe it or not, look at this guy now. He's taking care of another person's child. So obviously, people out there are looking at him as a good guy. So even if she's saying all this, they'll be looking at her like she's crazy. Because he's taking care of other people's kids. A lot of women fall under that category. If I start to talk, they say, women, if women start to talk, a lot of people are miserable. A lot of times, I see women write when some people say single mother. Because sometimes I don't like going into that single mother stuff. Because sometimes what they write, even they themselves, you're like, what is this? You know? Look at another person, new private dating chat, sex, whatever. You better take yourself out before I block you. That's not what we're here for. So, it's just crazy. So I know you guys have advised her to take it with the human rights officer. For the men that are in the group or on the show, you guys can comment also. Whatever I have said before about Islam, well, that's what I treated. with the Christian knowledge I have too, I believe men are supposed to be the providers too. I always tell women, I posted something this morning that don't just sit there and be making babies. Be a woman of value. You are a jewel too. And you're diamonds. Be that diamond that you will look at and be like, oh, I'm not ready to lose this one. I'm not saying because I said feed your family that you should come and turn to mumu and be giving men money. That's not what I'm preaching, and that's not what I'm advocating for. But I'm just saying be useful too. Oluwatosin Dahiro said, Okuta ni won ma fi to awon omo na. Useless mother. Exactly. Sorry with my Jaku Yoruba. I couldn't read it well. I think she said, Okuta ni won ma fi to awon omo na. Useless mother. Exactly. Why would you tell a woman like you that go take care of the kids, you know? After all, later on, they'll find their father. Can you imagine how heartless are we? You know? Fatima says, yes, I read it too, mommy. So pathetic, wallahi, when it's not like she married fruit. You see? That fruit story I was talking about, I even forgot about that. See, Fatima just attested to that fruit story was there on our platform, on Facebook. How would you be telling a woman that you better get ready? That's the new rule. And she was like, I want to save my marriage. I was like, what marriage are you saving? He's already damaging, you know, your womb right there. Your civics. How would you be putting fruit inside your whatever? Another guy wrote, I believe it was Mustafa. He was like, he better be ready to get his own anus too with the cucumber. It's so pathetic. Where are we going with this generation now? The next minute that woman leaves him now, he will say she's Asheo, she's Karua, she's Olosho, she did this. Abi, she's not submissive. So we've conditioned women to remain in marriage even when they are hot. Kawa said, I read it as well, sis. May Allah help us with this generation. See? They all read that story. Everybody, I was like, what is this? I was busy that night, but I had to comment. I was like, what is this? I was shocked. And some people were laughing about it. I was like, what is so funny? This woman's body is being destroyed. That is sexual abuse, whether you like it or not. My African women sometimes don't know what abuse is. Like somebody was telling me, Ma, I didn't know this is abuse. It is abuse. Here, I'm not preaching to break anybody's home. I warn women on my platform that nobody is breaking nobody's home here. However, if something is going wrong, we have to treat it. If it's a woman that is wrong, we have to treat it. If it's a guy that is wrong, we have to treat it. Oluwatosin says, yes, I read it too, mommy. Wicked men everywhere. May God help us and may our family not come across these heartless men. I'm telling you, women are speaking up in this platform. And I'm glad that everybody is healing at sharing life issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami. Even men are healing. They are speaking. But tonight, I guess it's not a show for that. The show was, you know, why that you guys were talking about single mother, independent mother, and what they need to do. So you can advise them on what you stated that you wanted to advise them so they can hear from your mouth. Go ahead.
Nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ advice single mother ni pé please they should try to be doing something by themselves to take care for their children because though not about it pé nítorí pé kò easy it doesn't mean maybe you should have one friend maybe 2 or 3 and baba wa ní àfihàn before getting 5,000 from them or 10,000. It's not advisable. And then, please, if you are a single mother, don't allow any man to come to your house where your children is living. Me, I understand the go me ẹjọ́. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ àmì kan máa rí ẹni tí ẹ ń bí friend. Don't know like ẹni ẹ bá fẹ́ yín gangan. Ẹ jẹ́ kó click náà kó tó di pé àwọn ọmọ gan mọ̀. Because ẹ bá gbé ọkùnrin kan lẹ́nu tẹ́ gbé ọkùnrin kan lọ́la. Ó máa di ọ̀tá àwọn ọmọ yín lẹ́yìn ìwọ ọ̀la. Because wọ́n máa rí yín pé màmá wa onírànì ni màmá wa oríṣiríṣi ọkùnrin náà ń gbé. Because our time business, they are very, very intelligent. Try to be doing something by yourself. Come on, please. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká yọ̀ lẹ́tọ́ nípa ti di single mother àtọ́bí ká ti kúrò ní ọkọ̀ ọ̀kan yẹn ò ní ìpèdè àfihàn ní better man to marry us. Bàtà bá ti useless ara wa láti tọkọ sàlẹ̀ ọlọ́run lè má tàrí iye ẹni tó máa fẹ́ wa tó máa bá wa kalẹ̀ sí wa mọ́. Ọlọ́run á ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ nírọ̀rùn fún wa, inshallah.
Allahumma amen. So basically what she just stated was, if you're a single mom, if you're an independent mom, do not tolerate having too many men around you, or even bringing men to your kids' family or to the family, to the house, so that way the kids are not seeing those men. She stated that you should try to be useful for yourself. Do not just say because I'm a single mother I wouldn't have a job doing, or I wouldn't have something to do, that the 5K 4K you're getting from men. When she said that 5K 4K, I just remembered somebody narrated a story to me yesterday, like a guy slept with her and he paid 4,000 for a whole night. I was crying like, oh God, what is going on with this generation? Like, what made you to go and even sleep with guy for 4,000 in the first place? But that one, because I'm like, what is this? So what value are we as women? I tell women, we are powerful. You are powerful. You can be whatever you want to be. Don't just look at yourself like sex object. Is that all you have to offer? You brought these men into this world. Was that how you raised them, to think that that's all you have to offer? I want you to think about it tonight. Because I wouldn't want my own son to be with a woman that just thinks it's only sex that she can offer. I'm not saying that any woman should go and do aru for any man. No, I always pray in my prayer that I have a son, and I pray for him that may Allah let him be that man that would do what the Quran says, that would provide 100% for his family. And may God give him that woman that would love him, and that both of them would be happy. I don't want to be a useless mother-in-law. I don't want no woman to look at me and start crying for me. I don't want that. We are women. You have been through things. Why is it that the same you that have been through things are the ones taking other people's children in that direction of pain? Why? Okay, I'm going to read some comments. Rachel says, certainly if anyone does not provide for those who are his own, especially for those who are members of his household, he has disowned the faith. Exactly. And it's worse than a person without faith. Exactly. So where's the Islam in you? She's right. Rachel is right. And then she said, all says the words of God. She's talking in the Christian way now. EJIRE, I pray God will keep sustaining you. She prayed for you. Allahumma amin. So this is the thing I do not understand. We are here crying about we want good men. But then another person's daughter, you are maltreating. Me, I give Oto to whoever deserves it. I don't care if you're a woman or a guy. Let's say the truth where it is. Tomorrow now, will you see me? No. It will be me and my God. We will all be questioned. So I always say, Itakullah. You might know the Quran more than me, but maybe I have more sense than you that know the Quran. So I guess the route we're going to take is going to the human rights, like they've advised you to go to the human rights. We are very grateful to everyone. Is there any other thing that you'd need to add to it?
No, I don't.
Okay. So we're very grateful to everyone. But the last thing I want to warn you about again is stop that single mother nonsense. I've seen single mothers that are the ones that are, ruling places. I've seen single mothers that are married that are single mothers. They write it a lot in the group. They'll say married but single. That's what we call them in my group. You know? Rachel said 1 Timothy 5 verse 8. So you guys can read that. Thank you so much, Rachel. She's quoting the Bible. Yes, we quote here. We quote the Quran, we quote the Bible. So let's have that fear. Some women are in the marriage too. When we talk in the group, they will say they are married but they are single. Sometimes I'm like, I don't understand. One wrote, yeah, everything this woman is explaining, I'm going through it. The abuse, the this, the that. More would be coming. Because some are in denial. And some, because of the stigma of what would people say, are killing themselves. I'm not here to tell you to leave your husband. So do not quote me. Because if you quote me, I leave you with Allah. I'm not here practicing women should leave their husband. But it's time to ask yourself, am I a doormat? All of you that curse people out, ask yourself. Because I know a lot of miserable people that are laughing at people that are doormats in that marriage. And I wish you quick recovery. Because you're sick. You are the ones that enable these men. Because the moment you're not telling, you have to communicate in a peaceful way. I don't believe in violence. That's why a lot of times when they bring their cases, I say, I do not believe in fighting. I believe there is always court for law and order. Take them to court. That's what I believe in. I do not believe that you should go and start beating one woman that she's with your husband. That's madness. You too, you have turned to a mad person. Because obviously it's your husband they are supposed to face, not the woman that carried the husband. Let me tell you something. I see a lot of nonsense that people write about something called Kaya Mata or whatever. Kaya Mata cannot work for a man if he did not work there by himself. So I believe the Kaya Mata they are talking about is Jazz. How did they jazz him in the first place? If he did not sleep with her, how did you get jazzed? I believe they say there are other jazz that people can do, and they say it's talk and do. I don't know. I've learned a lot on this show, like I said. But I don't even know what to say. But I guess we'll be ending the show here tonight. And the last thing I leave you with is know your what. You are not a doormat. Thank you and peace out. Thank you so much for coming live. I do appreciate you, and may the Almighty God be with you. And we will take it from here after the show. I'll be calling you. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye. So, you guys heard her. The brave woman, the resilient woman, you heard her. So I'd like to end with a closing prayer. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa hayyul qayyum. لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات ومن في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يئوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد بسم الله الذي لا يدور ما اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم بسم الله الذي لا يدور ما اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم بسم الله الذي لا يدور ما اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. I wish you guys peace, and whatever you wish me, I wish it back to you, back to sender. Peace out. Thank you.